Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. Now, take that easiness with a grain of salt because it's considered easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of really smart people there. Today's puzzle is called Pretty Little Killers by Deda Costa, and here are the rules. Rules for solving. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and 3x3 box. We also have Kropke dot rules applies. Kropke dot's rule applies where digits on a white dot are consecutive. So, and not all dots are given. So it's specifically saying that I prefer putting it this way. White dots separate digits which are consecutive. So for example, if this were, say, a 6, this would have to be a 5 or a 7 to make sure that these are consecutive digits. And so he only has the white Kropke dot rule here, not the black Kropke dot. So we'll just use that. Digits separated by an X sign sum to 10, and not all X's are given. So if, for example, if this was a 3, this would have to be a 7 to make sure that these two digits add up to 10. Yeah, so I would have preferred him saying digits separated by a white dot are consecutive instead of saying digits on a white dot because they're not really on the dot, shall we say. Anyways, that's just preference though for me. We also have little killer rule applies, where digits outside of the grid with an arrow show the sums of the digits on a diagonal in the arrow's direction. Well, there's only one of those, so these 9 cells must add up to 43. That's what it means. So if you add up if you sum up every digit on this diagonal, it would add up to 43. And that's how little killer rule works. We also have thermometer rule applies, where digits on the gray line increase from the bulb end. So as an example, you could have something along the lines of 2, 4, 5, and 6, and that would work because it's continuously increasing from the bulb to the tip. But say this was like a 7. This would not work even though it's increasing from 2, 4, and 7 because it's decreasing from 7 to 6. And that's not allowed on thermometer. We also have killer cage rule applies, where digits in cages don't repeat and they sum to the given total in the upper left corner. So for example, these 3 digits add up to 24, these 3 add up to 23, these 4 add up to 30, these 3 add up to 16, etc., etc. So an example of this could be something like 3, 6, and 7, because these 3 digits add up to 16. So that fulfills that requirement for the cage. And that's how killer cages works. We also have anti-knight rule, where cells that are a knight's move in chess away from each other cannot contain the same digit. For example, the digit in row 2, column 2, cannot be the same as the digit in row 4, column 1, because that's a knight's move away. And it could not also be the same digit as what's in column 4, row 4 and column 3, or row 3, column 4, or row 3, column 1, right? Because those are all a knight's move away from that cell. So in addition to essentially normal Sudoku rules, you have additional cells where a digit cannot be repeated. And that's those that are a knight's move away. And that's how the anti-knight rule anti-knight rule works. And then finally we have arrow rules, where digits on a thin gray line with an arrow at the end sum to the digit in that arrow's circle. So the digits on this gray line must sum to the digit that's in the circle. Well, that should tell you something about that. I won't tell you exactly what it is, but it should be fairly obvious. Anyways, those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, it says, that's it. Good luck and happy solve. We will try to solve it. But now, I'm going to get started. So, let's go. Okay, so we have 4 digits adding up to 30. In a killer cage, they have to be the digits 6 through 9, because that's the only digits, unique digits that ever sum up to 30 with 4 digits. Similarly, we have 3 digits adding up to 24. That must be 7, 8, and 9. Because those are the only 3 unique digits that ever add to 24. Similarly, we have 3 unique digits adding up to 23, so this must be 6, 8, 9. And then we have similar things here in the bottom 3 rows, or the bottom 3 boxes. This has to be 1 through 4. This has to be 1 through 3. This has to be 1, 2, and 4 here. So because we have a 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruplet in row 1, that means the rest of the row cannot be 6, 7, 8, or 9. That means they have to be 1 through 5. So this is 1 through 5. Where is the 7 in row 1? It has to be one of these 2 cells. So therefore, this can't be 7. Where's the 6 in row 1? It has to be one of these 2 cells. So therefore, this can't be 6. Now we have an 8, 9, 8, 9 pair in row 2, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the row. So this cannot be 8 or 9. It's 6 or 7. Similarly here, these digits have to be 5 through 9. Right? And this has to be the same as this one. This has to be the same as this one. This can't be 5 because it has an X in between it, which when it's added with 1 through 4 must be 6 through 9. This is 6 or 7, so therefore this must be 3 or 4. Now on a thermometer, I usually like to basically go from the bulb to the tip, saying what is the lowest digit to what's the highest digit, or what's the lowest digit for each space on the thermo to the tip, and then going back from the tip and saying what can be the highest on each space. So this could be 1 as the lowest. This is 3 again, because this adds up to 10. And therefore, this has to be greater than this, so this is at least 4. This is at least 6. That works. That means this is at most 9. This cannot be 6, 7, 8, or 9, so it's at most 5. So this is 4, 5. Well, this has to be exactly the same as this. This can be 4, this could be 3, so this is 1, 2, or 3. Well, this 4 and 5 can only be consecutive with 3, 4, or 5. So, because it can't be consecutive with 1 or 2, therefore we have a 3, 4, 5 triplet in row 1, which eliminates 3, 4, and 5 in the rest of the row. So this can't be 3, 4, 5. This can't be 3, which makes this 1 or 2. Therefore, this must be 1 or 2 also, because these sum to the same. So this arrow is only 1 cell in length. And that's therefore the sum, which must means that it equals that cell. So that's how we know these are exactly the same cell. Same here, and same here. So this cannot be 3. We have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair in column 4, which eliminates 1 and 2 in the rest of the column. This can't be 1 or 2, so this must be 3 or 4. Similarly to the row 1, whereas the 3 in row 9, it has to be here, which means this can't be 3. Whereas the 4 in row 9, it has to be one of these 2, which means it can't be this one either. So we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair now in row 8, which eliminates 1 and 2 in the rest of the row, so therefore this is 3 or 4. That means this is 3, 4, 6, or 7. We have a 3, 4, 3, 4 pair in column 5, and a 6, 7, 6, 7 pair in column 5, which means 3, 4, and 6 and 7 cannot be in any other cell in that column, so this can't be 6 or 7. This can't be 3 or 4, and this must be 1, 2, 5, 8, or 9. Okay, what else do we have? We have a 3-4, 3-4 pair in the 10 cage here, which means 3 and 4 cannot be in the rest of the cage, so this can't be 3 or 4. This has to be 1 or 2. Now we have also, um, hmm. Let's go on the thermometers. So this is at minimum 1, because that's the basic minimum for Sudoku. This is greater than this, so this is 2, 3, 4. So this is 5 through 9, 4 through 9, 3 through 8, 2 through 7, and 1 through 6. If this is 4, that makes this 3, 2, and... Well, say this is 3. If this is 3, that makes this 2, and therefore this must be 1. But then this digit 2 could not be consecutive with 1 or 3 here. So this cannot be 3 specifically. That means this can't be 4. Now, if this is 1 and 2 this way, this could be 3, and that would work. Similarly, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this has the same problem in that if this is 3, this would have to be 2 and this would be 1, but then this would not be consecutive with either 2 because 1 and 3 would already be accounted for. So this has to be at minimum 4, which makes that 5. Now if we go this way down, this is 5 through 9, this is 4 through 8, this is 2 through 7. But if this is 6, that would force this to be 7, which would force that to be 8. And therefore the 7 would not have a digit that it could be consecutive with. So this can never be 6. It's 1 through 5. Similarly here, this can't be 6 either because of the same reasoning. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 both see this cell. Actually, they both see these two cells, right? This one sees it from Knight's move, or from normal Sudoku, and this one sees that from Knight's move. Similarly, this one sees that from Knight's move, and this cell sees that one from normal Sudoku. So 1 and 2 cannot be any of these cells here. There could be a 1 or 2 here. Actually, there can't be a 1 or 2 here either. So none of these cells can contain a 1 or 2 to add up to 16. So it's at minimum 3, 4, and 9 would add up to 16. So then this would be 3, 4, 3, 4 as a possibility with 9. Could be 3, 5, 8. Adding up to 16. 3, 6, 7, but this can't be 6 or 7 or 3, so that doesn't work there. 4, 5, and 7 works, so this would be 4, 7, and 4, 5, or 7 here. So it's either 3, 4, 9, 3, 5, 8, or 4, 5, 7. I'm not sure what that tells us. Oh. This can't be 8 or 9 either, because one of these three is 8 or 9, and they all see it. These two from Knight's Move, and this one from normal Sudoku. So this can't be 8 or 9 either. This has to be 5, which forces this to be 3, 8, or 4, 7 here. This can't be 5. This can't be 5. So none of these can be 5 here in row 5. Uh, One of these two digits must be a 9 because we don't know where the 9 is elsewhere. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. We know one of these two digits is a 5 in box 2, so therefore these cannot be 5. This can't be 5 here because it's the same digit as this. Therefore one of these two digits is a 5. Um, hmm. Huh. Hmm. I'm not very good with anti-knight moves or rule sets because I just don't see them very well. Hmm. This can't. Oh, interesting. This can't be 3 or 4 because it sees this cell by 3 or 4 by normal Sudoku and this cell by Knight's Move. This can't be 3 or 4 because it sees that cell by Knight's Move and that cell by Knight's Move. So there cannot be a 3 or 4 here. The other 3 or 4 has to be one of these. Right? So these digits are 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. But it can't be 1, 2 here because of the 1, 2, 1, 2 pair here. This is 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9 here. Where is this cell? Which I guess we can mark green. We're going to mark this pink. Where is the green in box 5? Cannot be any of these. It cannot be here. It has to be here. And sorry, column 5. It has to be here, and then it has to be one of these two. What about the pink? The pink has to be one of these two, and then one of these two here. Um, hmm. So this is the corresponding 6 and 7 with it. This is the corresponding 6 and 7 with the pink. Uh, hmm. Uh, hmm. Huh. Ah, okay, I see something. If this is 3 and 8, that means neither of these cells can be 8 because of normal Sudoku rules. But this cell also can't be 8 because of Knight's move. Well, where would the 8 then be in column 5? It couldn't be anywhere because these are eliminated by normal Sudoku and these are eliminated by Knight's move. So this has to be 4 and 7 here. Which means the rest of the row cannot contain 4 or 7. So this can't be 4, this can't be 4 or 7, this can't be 4, and this can't be 4 or 7. Well, we now have a 6-8-6-8 pair in row 5, which eliminates 6 and 8 from the rest of the row. So this must be 1, 2, 3, or 9, and this must be 1, 2, 3, or 9. We also can remove 4 and 7 from the rest of box 5. So this can't be 7, this can't be 7. So this has to be greater than this has to be greater than this, therefore it cannot be 5 or 6, because those would be less than 6 or 8. Same here, this is not 5 or 6. These both could be 1 and 2. That is possible. Uh, what does that tell us? Not much. One of these does have to be an 8, so therefore 9 does have to be one of these two. Oh, okay, that does tell us something. And then where's the other 9, right? It has to be one of these. So the 9 along this thermometer is required to be in one of these two cells. So none of these cells can be 9 because of that. So one of these has to be 9 to be able to be with the 8. And one of those has to be 8 here. And therefore one of these is 9, so therefore there has to be a 9 in one of these cells. Therefore this cannot be 9 here, which means one of these two has to be a 9 in box 1, which means the rest of box 1 cannot contain a 9. So the 9 in box 7 has to be in one of these 3 cells. Sorry, I think I said box, I meant column 1. Similarly, this is 9, which means this can't be 9, which means one of these 2 must be 9, which means one of these 3 must be 9. What else do we know? We have a 6, 8, 9 triplet in column 9, which eliminates 6, 8, and 9 in the rest of the column. So this has to be 1 through 5 with 7. This obviously can't be 1, 2, or 3 here because of the 1, 2, 3 triplet in the box. We know this digit cannot be 6, 7, 8, 9 because it sees these three from normal Sudoku and this one from Knight's Move. So this is 1 through 5 here. Same here. This has to be 1 through 5 here. Similarly, this has to be 5 through 9 because it sees all the 1 through 4s here and then here from Knight's Move. So this is 5 through 9 also. Um, hmm. That's not very helpful. Because we already knew that these boxes contain 4 through 9, 3 through 9. This cannot be 3 because it sees this from Knight's Move and this from normal Sudoku. So this is, and it can't be 4 because of 1, 2, 4. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Also, we have 4 and 7 here. So 3 actually, oh, that's interesting. Where is the 3 in box 5? It has to be one of these two cells, which means this can never be 3. These can never be 3. Hmm. So, if this is 1, 2, this has to be 1 and that's 2. So this can never be 2 here. It could be 4, 5 here. This can't be 7 because if that's 7, this would have to be 6. So this is not 7. This can't be 3. So if it's 2, this has to be 1. If this is 4, it would have to be 5. If this is 5, it could be 4 or 6. If it's 6, it could be 5 or 7. If it's 7, it could be 6 or 8. This can't be 1 or 2. Cannot be 4, 5, 7. So it's 3, 6, 8, 9. This could be 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9. Hmm. Hmm. What else do we have here? Hmm. Wait, this can never be 8. If this is 8, that means this is 7, which makes this 8 also, and 9. But so therefore this can never be 8 here. Um, hmm. Oh, this can't be 1. If this is 1, that forces this to be 2. So similarly, this can't be 1 and 2, right? If this is 1, that makes this 2, which makes that 1. If this is 1, this is 2, that makes that 1. So this cannot be 1 and 2 then. Aha! We have a 4, 5, 6, 7 quadruplet in row 4, which eliminates 4, 5, 6, and 7 in the rest of the row. So this can't be 6. This can't be 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 8, 9 in the rest of the row. So, but this can't be 3. This is 1, 2, 8, 9 also. Hmm. So we know 6 has to be one of these two. That doesn't tell us anything, though. Hmm. Oh, we do know something about column 5. Where's the 9? It has to be one of these two cells. Well, that eliminates 9 in one of those two cells and one of those two cells because they both see these two cells. This one sees it from, again, uh, normal Sudoku and Knight's Move. This one sees these two cells from normal Sudoku and Knight's Move. We actually also knew that 9 was here. So this is 3 and 9. We already knew that, actually. So this cannot be 9 here. This can't be 9 here. Okay. If this is 8, that means this can't be 8, which forces this to be 8. This 8 would eliminate 8s in these two cells, and this 8 would eliminate 8s in these two cells. So therefore, this can never be 8. Because if it were, again, that would eliminate 8s there. And this 8 would force this not to be 8, which would force that to be 8, which would eliminate 8s in that cell. Now, this could actually still be 8 here. Because if this is 8, even though it eliminates those two cells, this can't be 8, so this would be 8. And then this would force to be 8, right? 8, 6. Yeah, I'm not good at Knight's Move, so this is going to take me a little longer than normal people. um, hmm. Oh, well, no. The 3 is one of these 3 cells. So if the 3 is here, that means this is 3, which is still possible. Hmm. One thing is, though, so if this is 6 and 7, obviously the rest of the box cannot contain 6 or 7. Actually, we already got that, yeah, because of the 6 has to be one of these two. I was gonna say 6 cannot be in the rest of the box, but that's not helpful. Where is this 1 or 2? Cannot be any of these cells. Can't be any of these cells. It has to be that one. Right? Where else can it be? Can't be any of these because of the 1-2 pair. Can't be here because it sees that from normal Sudoku, sees this from Knight's Move, and these are 1 or 2. So it must be this one, which means this cannot be 8. Because of that, now this can't be 8, because if this were 8, it would eliminate both possibilities of 1, 8 being here, which is not possible. So this is not 8. We have a 1-2, 1-2 pair in row 4, which eliminates 1 and 2 in the rest of the row. So this now becomes 3, 8, 9. We have a 3, 8, 9 triplet in box 5, which eliminates 3, 8, and 9 in the rest of the box. Therefore, this can't be 8. This must be 6. This can't be 6 or 8. So it must be 1 or 2. So whatever this digit is, we're going to make that orange. And we're going to make this, I don't know, blue. This orange cannot be here, so it must be here, which makes this blue. This orange can't be here, so this must be blue, which makes that orange. We have a 1-2, 1-2 pair in column 3, which eliminates 1 and 2 the rest of the column. This can't be 1 or 2. This can't be blue, so this must be orange, which makes this blue. This is orange. Where is the orange 1, 2 in row 3? It has to be one of these 3 cells. Cannot be here because of this one. For normal Sudoku, can't be that because of Knight's Move, so it has to be here. Oops, here. Therefore, where is the 1, 2 orange in box 9? It has to be one of those 3. This is the blue one. The blue 1, 2 has to be one of these 2 here in box 6. Box 1 cannot be here because of normal Sudoku, can't be here because of Knight's Move from this one, can't be here because of Knight's Move from here, so this has to be the blue 1, 2, which means we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair in row 3, which eliminates 1 and 2 in the rest of the row. So this cannot be 1 or 2, this cannot be 1 or 2. And we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair in row 6, which eliminates 1 and 2 in the rest of the row. Therefore, we have a 3, 4, 5, 7 quadruplet in column 9, which eliminates 3, 4, 5, 7 from the rest of the column. Therefore, this can't be 3. We now have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair, so one of these is blue. Therefore, this must be a 3 here, which means this can't be 3. The blue 1 or 2 has to be one of those. This can't be blue 1 or 2, so one of these is the blue 1 or 2. This can't be 6 anymore because of this 6. These can't be 6 because of this 6. So this can't be 6. Six can't be here. Can't be here. The orange 1, 2 has to be one of these 2. Which means it's also one of these 3. That's fine. Hmm. Hmm. Um. Oh, this can't be the blue 1 or 2 because it's a knight's move away. So this has to be the blue 1, 2 because it's not a knight's move away from here. This for 4, we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair in box 6, which eliminates 1 and 2 in the rest of the box. Therefore, this is a 9, which means this cannot be 9. This cannot be 9. Since this can't be 9, this can no longer be 8, so this is 6, which means this can't be 6. This has to be a 4-5 pair here to add up to be consecutive. Therefore, this can't be 4-5 because of the 4-5 pair in the box. This has to be 3, 7, or 8. This can't be 6, so therefore this is 8, which makes this a 9. This can't be 4-5 pair, so it has to be a 6-7 pair, which forces this to be 4-5 and this to be 4-5 here. This is 9, so this cannot be 9 here. This 9 means this can't be 9 because of knight's move. This 8 means this can't be 8 because of knight's move, so this is 9, which makes that an 8. This can no longer be 8 here or 8 here, so 9 is one of these two. So this can't be 9 here. This is 3 or 8. This is 3 or 8. Um, 6 has to be one of these two. Well, okay, that doesn't help. One of these is 3. Because both of these are 3, neither of these can be 3, right? Because if this is 3, that sees both of these. This from normal Sudoku, that from knight's move. This 3 sees both of these cells. This from normal Sudoku, and this from knight's move. So none of these could be 3. This can't be 3 because it sees that from normal Sudoku and that from knight's move. And none of these could be 3 because we have a 3 there. Where is the 3 in row 7? It has to be here. So the green is 3, which makes this 4 and 6. Therefore, this is 3 and 7. This can't be 3. We have a 4-5, 4-5 pair in column 6, which eliminates 4 and 5 in the rest of the column. Therefore, this can't be 4. This is 7. This has to be 3 because that's 8. This is 4. So this is not the pink. But we can actually just remove all these. Okay. So 6 cannot be... Okay, this is... 6 cannot be either of these cells because we have a 6 already in the box. This can't be 6. This can't be 8 because of this 8. This can't be 8 because of this 8. None of these can be 8. This can't be 7. Therefore, we have an 8-9 pair in column 6, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the column. So this can't be 7, 8, or 9, so this must be 6. This 7 means this has to be 9. These can't be 9, so this becomes a 5-7, 5-7 pair. This is a 8-9, 8-9 pair. Three cannot be here. Where is 3 then in box 7? It has to be here. So this is 3, which means this can't be 3. We now have a 4-5, 4-5 pair in column 3, which eliminates 4 and 5 in the rest of the column. This can't be 5. This has to be a 7, which makes that 7, which makes that 5. This can't be 5 or 7. And where is the 9, actually? It has to be here. So this is 9. That forces this to be 6, because that's the only place for it in the column. Okay, so this can't be 7 here. This can't be 3 because of a knight's move from that 3. So we now have a 7-8, 7-8 pair in box 6, which eliminates 7 and 8 from the rest of the box. So this must be 3, which means this can't be 3. This has to be the blue 1-2, because that's the only place for it in box 3. This is 3-4-5. We have a 3-4-5 triplet in... This is 3-4-5 also. This can't be 3 because of the 3s have to be one of these two, so this can't be 3. We have a 4-5-4-5 pair in box 1 and in row 3, which eliminates 4 and 5 from the rest of the box and the row, so this must be 3. This must be 3, and this has to be 7, which means this can't be 7. This is 4-5. This can't be 3, therefore this is a 3. And cannot be the orange 1 or 2. This is the orange 1 or 2. We have a 1-2-1-2 pair in column 2, which eliminates 1 and 2 in that column. So this must be a 4 and cannot be the orange. We don't know which one of these is which. This cannot be 7 or 9. It cannot be 1 or 2 because of the 1-2 pair. It can't be 4-5 because of the 4-5 pair. Actually, this is 4, which makes this not a 4 because of knight's move. So this is 5, which makes this a 4, which makes that 5, which makes that a 4. This can't be 7 because of knight's move from that 7, so this is 8, which makes that 7. This 8 means this can't be 8, so this is 6. Which means, yeah, this can't be 6 anyways. This is 6 or 8, and this is 5, 6, or 8. It cannot be 8 here because of knight's move. Can't be 6 because of knight's move, so this must be a 5. Which makes this a 4, which makes that 5, which makes that a 4. This can't be 5 or 9. And we have 6, 7, or 8 here left. This obviously can't be 8. This can't be 7. We have a 6-8, 6-8 pair in row 7, which eliminates 6 and 8 from the rest of the row. So therefore this is 7. This has to be 5 because that's the remaining digit. This is 6, 8, and 9. But it cannot be 8 because of the knight's move. So this is 6 or 9 here. This can't be 5. This is 4, 5, but it cannot be 4 because of knight's move. Therefore, this is 5, which makes this 4. That makes this 4, which makes that 5. We have all the 3s. This can't be 6 because of knight's move. Therefore, this is 9, which makes that 8, which makes that 9. No, this is 8 because it's the same. So therefore, this is 9. This 8 means this can't be 8, so this is 6. Huh. How does this work? Huh. This can't be 8 because of this 8, so therefore this is 6, which makes that 8. This 6 can't be this. Can't be here because of this 6, so this is 7, which makes this 6. This 7 means it can't be 7, so this is 8. This can't be 8, so must be 9. This must be 7. This has to be 9. This is 8. And how does this work? Oh, it's from the little killer clue. Okay. So this adds up to 15. This is 13. Excuse me. So this is 15. We have 13 here. That's 28. Plus 11. 39. Which means these two digits must add up to 4. So they both have to be 2. So all the blues are 8. So this cannot be... This has to be a blue, which means this can't be orange. So all the blues are 2s, and all the oranges are 1. Oops. This is not blue. This is orange, and this is not orange. So again, all the blues are 2, and all the oranges are 1. And that's how you solve it. Congratulations, you got the solution. More puzzles coming soon. This was pretty good. I am not a big fan of Knight's Move. I'm just really slow at them. So anytime I see him, it's always difficult. More difficult for me than I think the average person on the Logic Masters Germany forum. So it always takes me a little longer to do those. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.